Hey guys, Marsing here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we are going to be looking at the physical mirror, full level 10 links on the new Cell team under the 200% leader skill. Personally, I really like this unit. I'm a big fan of the quirky, like, random units, right? So Mira, getting his awakening, he improved quite drastically, and of course gained the ability to transform into the Super Mira, or Mira Final Form. I'm pretty sure in Xenoverse 2 he's just called Super Mira, but then we also have the Dragon Ball Heroes Super Mira, so I don't know. So we're running him on the 200% Cell team, because of course he is a power absorption android. His best linking partner, unfortunately, outside of the other Super Mira, right, the actual STR Heroes one, in terms of this team, it is actually going to be Super 17, and they only share 3 links, so that is a little bit unfortunate. Now, obviously, you can see he's starting the turn at 58k defense. The reason for this is he very much is a slot 2 or 3 unit. He gets attack and defense 100% when performing a super attack. So that's it, right? Like, you don't have any other start of turn defense because he gets all of it on super. He gets an additional attack 30% when all allies attacking in the same turn are extreme class. So obviously you want to run him on a full extreme team so that every rotation has that full extreme ally rotation. He also gets key +1 of each super attack performed up to +3 and performs absorption when conditions are met. So TURs that give themselves key can be pretty good. Obviously, one of the links he shares with Super 17 is Fear and Faith, which is a key link, so that does work out quite nicely. And then we will be able to exchange with him when we are at 60% or less HP, starting from the 4th turn. Now, the interesting thing about this unit is he infinitely stacks attack and defense before he transforms. But then, once he transforms, he stops infinitely stacking his defense. So, the thing with him when it comes to longer form events, you obviously want him to get in as many super attacks as possible before he transforms, and that can be an issue. When the GT Goku event first came out, and one of the missions to beat with teams was the power absorption team, I tried using him. I think I did use him in the end on the actual run, but I was having a ton of issues where something like this would happen super early on, right, where I'd get tagged with a super attack, and then he would transform almost straight away. And then the problem with that is that he doesn't have the chance to build up his defense to then have a really solid defensive stat later on in the event. And I think that is where his biggest issue comes in. He would be 100 times better even if it was still below 60% HP from turn 4, if the transformation was an active skill rather than it happening automatically, because then obviously you could just choose not to do it if it happens literally on turn 4. Now, fortunately, the advantages we have with this team, I need to float you off again, so we're going to do this even though the rotation is weird. The good thing about this team, of course, being a 200% leader skill team, we have a lot of HP. So it's a lot more difficult for us to actually drop below the HP threshold. And then, of course, on this team, one of the best support units we have, who I've already done a 200% video for, make sure you check it out if you haven't seen it, they are this phenomenal banner unit that we have here in slot 3, the 19 and Jiro, and they heal on super attack. They can also obviously heal you by absorbing Ki Blast super attacks. So it is quite easy to stave off dropping below that 60% HP for the first few turns, as long as you don't get really unlucky and get tagged with a super. But the inverse of that is also true, where obviously you could get kind of locked into this situation where you're just never dropping below 60% HP, and so then he will never transform, right? So obviously he's going to be stacking up each turn, so he's at 100k defense. This is obviously with the 50% for support from this Super Boo, who we can run under the 170 lead part of Cell's power absorption leader skill. So I thought we'd bring him just because obviously he's literally just here to buff Mira. So with 100k pre-super, that means he's jumping up to 200k without the super attack effect. So he's going to be over 200k defense on this turn, which is pretty good. Boo definitely could take a lot of damage at the end here. He does heal on super attack, but fortunately he's just going to super attack Super 17. So still does 100k as we are quite early on into the event, and he lowers defense. We still have to build up our Super 17 here. But Super Boo going to get us a bit of a heal. See, I think are we at 60% or just below 60% HP now? I think we're like at 60% now. So we're going to get a little bit of a heal from Super Boo. And then I wonder how much damage he's going to take here. Because see, I have all of the 50% support units, but a lot of them are only at 55%. And in some of the more difficult content, they don't really hold up super well. But I wanted to bring him, A, to be the support for Mira, but also, secondly, if we do get stuck into a situation where we're finding it hard to lose HP, then obviously that Super Boo is going to get hit harder than anyone on the team, basically. Because not only is he not under the 200% leader skill, but obviously he's not a strong unit in general, realistically. So let's do this. I know it screws up the links with the third slot cell, but I definitely don't want to put second form cell in front of all of those attacks, because we are still above 60% HP here. So if the perfect cell in slot 2, who is a rainbow friend, by the way, so if he just goes off here, he will take out this oh yeah, 9 million attack stat for his first super attack. Yeah, that's pretty good. 35% chance to crit without hidden potential. But we'll just get the additional for 9.4, and then that takes him out. So that buys Mira another turn of stacking here, which is what we want. So let's go ahead and put you in slot 1 and have the Jiro and 19 in slot 3. Jiro and 19 actually share the same link set with him as Super 17, but the problem is neither of them are really designed to be like very strong slot 1 units. So I don't think the rotation of them together would work particularly well, because you definitely cannot put Mira in slot 1. Like, even after getting a few stacks, like on this rotation we saw last turn with a 50% support unit, he was at 100k. So this turn with a 40% support unit, he's got another stack under his belt, so he's probably still only going to be around 100 to 110k. We're getting a 2.1 million attack stat. We're getting really unlucky with not getting any additionals as well. Did I give him full additional? I feel like I should have. I think Mira's one of those units where I pulled so many copies of him that I had him Rainbow SA10 just by pulling copies. But before he got his awakening, I didn't actually put orbs into him. I just had the paths open and had him at SA10. Because obviously with a unit like that, not only are you not really going to use them before they get their awakening anyway, but you want to make sure you wait until they get their awakening so you can see what they're actually going to do post awakening, because you don't want to have made their kit like completely incorrectly. So I need to double check exactly what I gave Mira. Let's have a look here, because I'm really hoping that this unit gets an easy A, because I think he has the basis for being really good. Yes, he's got 14 additional 9 crit and no skill orbs, so I could give him some additional skill orbs, and obviously that would make him a lot better. But I think we should be good to take a pretty decent amount of damage here as well. Because if anyone other than Super Boo gets super attacked, we probably won't take that much. But Super Boo will actually, well, I was going to say, Super Boo's not even going to get hit, because we're just going to take out the Ozaru. So how much defense do we have here? 93k. See, this is with no support on this turn. So we are only going to be going up to like 200k defense, which against an STR enemy could be really bad. So I am going to Ghost Usher here, so we don't have to take the hit on Mira. And then maybe on the next turn, we can take enough damage to then see him transform. But I definitely want to be careful. Obviously, the goal with him, as I've already said, is you want to get as many super attacks in as possible before he transforms. And then you're going to be looking at his best numbers. So it's a bit of a shame that obviously there's a couple of units that we've showcased already under the 200% leader skill, where I've said this same kind of thing, where their best linking partners are not on the 200% leader skill with them, which is obviously very unfortunate, because the STR Super Mira from Heroes is an Android's unit, but he's not on Power Absorption or Android/Cell Saga, so you can't run him on AGL Cell's team. And then obviously Mira has links like Xenoverse, which would be really good if you were running like the Extreme Tech Support Toa, but she's not on a lot of the teams that he's on either, which is a little bit unfortunate. So hopefully that's something that they can shore up with his Easy A, because a unit that you're not going to be taking full advantage of their full link set very often, they can obviously counterbalance that by making their passive really strong. It's kind of like Videl, right? Like on her own team, even though she's only getting like 2 or 3 links active sometimes, she can still put out very impressive numbers, and she obviously has those built-in special abilities like dodge and additionals and stuff like that. So with an Easy A, they could definitely shore up those issues, whilst at the same time obviously making him very strong, but, you know, get rid of the whole I mean, he's only going to have what? On the 200% team, he's only going to have 3 links active at most, pretty much all the time. But it is a good spread of links, I will say, because they have Android Assault, which is for a bit of defense. Then they have Fear and Faith, which is for 2 key. And then they have Fierce Battle, which is for 15% attack. So he does actually get a little bit of everything from the links that he shares with Super 17. But of course, as we've seen, especially since the link level update came out, having more links active, especially at level 10, makes a huge difference, right? Because some of these links are giving massive numbers, like 20% to either attack or defense, 10 or 15% to both. Some of the rare ones have special extra effects like dodge and crit chance and stuff like that. So links are really, really important. And a unit that is pretty much only ever going to be operating with like less than half of their link set active, they really need to counterbalance that by making his passive really, really good. So I really thought this event we would be able to take enough damage, because I didn't really want to jump into the legendary Vegeta event because I felt like that would be too difficult. So let's go ahead and do this. We will deliberately not get a super with the other cell, which is the rainbow one. I'm going to float the rainbow one off. STR second form cell doesn't really have good defense in slot 1, so there we go. He's going to take a bit of damage. Now we should be able to get Mira to transform on the next turn, because we got to see at least one turn of the final form or super Mira before the end of the showcase. Otherwise that would be very disappointing. So STR cell able to take some big chunks of damage for us. Are we below? We're not actually below 60% though, so I don't know if Perfect Cell is actually even going to be able to take enough damage to drop below 60% HP here. Maybe the friend one gets like super attacked, or my one, don't dodge. Mine's 55%, so don't dodge. Okay, good. How much do we take? Double digit. Mine's 55%. Take double digit damage from Super Saiyan 4 Goku. So yeah, are we going to be able to transform? Possibly not. What we need to do is take some damage on this next turn and then Ghost Usher the turn afterwards, I guess. So what we'll do here, because we want to get another stack for Mira, and obviously Super 17 would probably kill, we'll go ahead and put Mira in slot 1, because Mira is not going to have a lot of his defense here, but he's still going to take double digit damage because he's got type advantage. Super me? No. Is he going to kill? 2.3. See, the problem is 2.3 after this many turns with 40% support on the rotation is definitely a lot lower than I was anticipating. And then AGL Super 17 is going to get the kill here. So now we need to try and get through the next turn without getting killed, but whilst also staying on low enough HP to make it through. So I guess what I could do, if I do this again, so Cell in slot 1, but then use a Whis, because we know that second form Cell is going to take a bit of damage in slot 1, but if I use a Whis, he's obviously not going to take as much damage. So then if we do this, and then we get 8 orbs for you, that's pretty good defense. Because remember, all the 50% support units are nuking style units, so the more orbs we pick up for them, the higher their defense is going to be. So we want to make sure we get a decent amount of orbs with Super Boo, and then that coupled with the Whis being active. Second form Cell post Super, his defense should be good enough here, especially with the Whis. I don't know if it'll be double digits, but still 169k. Are we going to die now? Is Super Boo going to get me killed at the end here? Super Boo does heal on Super, and we have the Whis active, but we were seeing in earlier turns him taking like 50k. So I don't know if can he live 2 attacks from Goku here? It depends how much he heals off of this super attack. Double supering now would be really beneficial. Okay, good. Alright, so here we go. So Mira going to absorb Toa and the Toki egg and become what is essentially Super Saiyan 4 Mira, basically. So then let's see what our boy is doing here. Obviously, we're not going to use the rage mode. So once you actually manage to transform, now you still infinitely stack attack, but you no longer stack defense. You do supreme damage, and then you get and when this will actually show up. Attack and defense 120% when performing a super, so the buff has increased by 20%. Medium chance to launch an additional super attack. Key +3 and an additional attack 30 when all allies attacking in the same turn or extreme, so that's still the same. But then he gets an additional attack and defense 5% per extreme class ally on the team. So because we are running a full extreme team, he has 6 extreme class allies, so he's getting another 30% on top as well. So now you can see he's starting at 173k defense, which means when he super attacks, he's going to be going up to like 400k defense. And this is what I mean about you need to get them stacks in early on, because now post super attack, his defense is actually going to be very good. So let's go ahead and grab the same type orbs here. We better not get killed here. We still have the Whis active actually, so we'd be pretty hard pressed to die here, although Cell isn't super attacking. So, well, we got the Whis active, we should be okay. It's the friend Cell as well, who is Rainbow, so there is the possibility that he will additional. As long as he gets at least one super, he should be looking pretty good. So, very interested to see what we get out of Super Mira here. We've got no support. Hopefully this Goku will survive at least until the next turn as well, so we can see him with some support on the rotation. But 2.89. Oh, that's really it after all this stacking, huh? With no support on the rotation. Do we get the additional? Oh my goodness, we do not. So, yeah, we've definitely had some bad RNG in this run. And it's really unfortunate because I was really looking forward to him potentially being really good. But no, unfortunately, it seems like he is a bit of a letdown. So, Goku's going to be super attacking in the middle. Let's do this. And then this. And then if we Ghost Usher, that middle spot is going to be where we put Mira on the next turn. And then he'll probably get annihilated. So let's go ahead and use the Whis here just so we know that second form Cell survives. Because remember, Jiro and 19 are going to give us a heal on their super attack as well. So this should top up our HP quite nicely. And then the Whis just make sure that everybody else survives the turn. Cell is the wild card here because obviously Cell does so much damage. It's very possible that he just kills, I say, and then he doesn't crit or get any additionals. So in this instance, we actually wanted that to happen. So I will take that. And then Jiro and 19. How much is this going to do? Because we're post super and we have a Whis active. This does what? Like 100k at most? Because my second form Cell's only 55%. Yeah, oh, 122. Interesting. But then, of course, Jiro and 19 are going to give us a solid heal. My Jiro and 19 are built for full additional as well. But we don't get an additional. So, never mind, I guess. But the Whis is active, so we should be okay on the next turn here as well. And this is Mira with the 50% support now. So this is where he should be looking his best, essentially. This is the best turn we're going to see from him. And potentially the final turn. So he's at 237k defense at the start of the turn. That means when he super attacks, just from the numbers in his passive, he jumps up to like 500k. Well, actually, yeah, because his super attack effect doesn't raise defense anymore. So, after supering, he's going to be at 500k defense on this rotation, which is really, really good. And then Super Boo probably gets us killed at the end here, but I don't mind too much about that. We'll see this last turn here from Super Mira. What is it going to be? With the 50% support, that's where the buffs really get stacked up, is when he has 120% on super attack. The way that the support like multiplies into that, you can see we're almost double the attack stat that we had on the last turn. Like, I know, not quite close enough. It's like at least 1.5 times. And very, very good. Like, but bad RNG turn again. No additional super from him. He has a chance to additional in his passive when he transforms. So on his best turn, once he's transformed into the Super Mira, he could super attack 3 times in that same turn. And each one of those super attacks is infinitely stacking his attack. So this has kind of been a good showcase for bad RNG. And then Super Boo takes the super and we die. So let me know what you guys think down below. Unfortunately, as much as I really wanted him to look good, I think he is a bit disappointing. He's definitely not going to like stand up in like the red zone or something like that. So hopefully they will easy A him. We've covered a bunch of the other Xenoverse units already over the last few weeks that could definitely do with an easy A. And hopefully he will get one as well. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.